This is the first talk of being and becoming. Chant together. Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो मारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero complaint level, मौज में रहो, be happy. Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Talk 1. Being and becoming. Becoming. Coming, then going. In being, there is neither coming nor going. So when we become something, and in that becoming, something is added to us. But in being, nothing is added. Now this becomes an abstract statement. Now let us learn it from our day-to-day experiences. When I am born, so being born. So I am born as a man. So remaining man as being. Then one day something happens and a thought erupts in our mind. What a life without a wife. Then I start fishing. So I start running from here to there, there to there, there to there. And finally I find out one dump. See? And then I fall in love. I don't rise in love. I fall in love. And that fall is called marriage. So, out of a nice, independent, healthy, free man, a husband is born. So, he becomes husband. Now you know your direct experience. Man is never miserable. Further, you know. Husband is never happy. See? Now, how this man has become husband? And thereafter, I take this husband to be real. And I forget that I am a man. And then whole life is remaining as having become husband, I start believing that I am really husband. Is husband a reality? See? Man can become husband. Husband can never become a man. Why? He is already a man. He doesn't have to become man. He is already. So, what is being and what is becoming? Being is our natural state. Becoming is artificial. It is not normal state. Those who are hard of hearing, they have to put lot of efforts to listen. And they get tired. Then why waste time? They go to sleep even in the satsanga. See? And such people, when the satsang is over, they are the first to come and tell me, Swamiji, you are awesome. See, now what was the problem? If I am able to hear normal without any efforts, that is the state of being. And in the state of being, we are not tired. And when we become something, so what we have become? We have become hard of hearing, then put efforts. When we put efforts, we get tired. When we get tired, we become frustrated. So whenever we become frustrated, we become tired, instead of blaming anybody, start inquiring and finding out who is disturbed. See? So at the root of every disturbance, there is somebody, and that somebody is not normal. It is unnatural condition. See? Then I realize I am miserable because of my wife. Who is miserable? Husband is miserable. Then what will be my spiritual practice? Divorce. Now when I divorce, where the husband goes? We are staying together, but no more husband and wife. Now where they have gone? So in every becoming, there is an illusion. In being is the reality. See, friends, I was being operated for my heart. So they took me to the hospital and all that. Swamiji, he is a doctor and he is Mr. Matthew. He will operate you. No, I don't want. Then I want a doctor of my religion, my gotra. Will I say that way? Doctor is being. And then he is a heart specialties or he is a ENT. You know ENT? Those who catch your ear ask you to pay through nose. If you don't pay, they cut your throat. ENT. So, who is the specialty? Specialist is the one who knows more and more about less and less. So you go to the doctor Sahab, my right ear is paining, I'm sorry, I am a left ear specialist. Being is common. Becoming is special. Being is ordinary. Becoming is extraordinary. And whenever we carry anything extra on our body, it is a burden. Therefore, my friends, being is our natural state. Then the question comes, how do we conduct ourselves in life? Just being? No. We have to become. But don't take whatever we have become as the reality. See, for example, when I am in front of my father, I am a son. Am I a 24/7 son? No. I am son only when I am in front of my father. Then father goes somewhere, I am free from being a son, from becoming a son. Then I go in front of my son. Then immediately I become a father. So I have to behave like a father. How to behave like a father? When he will ask you for money, pretend you are hurt, don't give him anything. And when I go in front of my wife, then become husband. And there is a Maha Mantra. When the wife talks, you keep quiet. And when she is quiet, you don't talk. So you are playing the role of a husband without becoming a husband. Can there be more simple spiritual practice than this? I am not giving you a mantra, do this mantra, then you will go to heaven. And what will you do there? Come back again? No. Friends, the more you reflect on this, being is reduced to becoming because of some attributes. See, color, any color, no samsar, no problem. Blue, yellow, red, green, white. Blue is not red, red is not green, green is not white. And all of them are indicated by the same vision, which is non-specific. So being specific is becoming, and remaining non-specific is being. I am man, specific. I am not a woman. I am Indian. I am not American, specific. I am poor. I am not rich, specific. I am Hindu. I am not Christian, specific. All the problems begin whenever we become specific. In being, there are no issues. In being, there are no efforts. Wherever efforts are involved, you get tired. The same example, if somebody is hard of hearing, he has to put lot of efforts to listen. And because of lot of efforts, they get tired. And therefore they go to sleep. So being is effortlessness. Becoming is full of efforts. And wherever there are efforts, we get tired. See, friends. So, we have to discover the technique. Becoming being, becoming being, becoming being. How can we do this becoming being, becoming being? Now, for example, if you are driving a car, you have become a driver. Then that time remain only as driver. Don't become, in addition to have become a driver, anything else. But what happens? I am driving, so man is reduced to a becoming, he has become a driver. But there he doesn't stop. Then he remembers something, or if his wife is sitting next to him, then arguments begin, and shouting begins, and accident happens. What was happening? Being was reduced to becoming. If he remains there 100%, focus only on the driving. But instead of focusing only on the driving, in addition to having become a driver, he has also become a husband. And therefore, what should be the spiritual practice? Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100%. See? Now where are we? In satsanga. When? During satsanga. What should be we? Satsangi. Only the seekers of truth. But instead of remaining the seekers of truth, if we become something else, then we have become somebody, we will not be fully being what we should be. This is what is the tragedy of our existence. We are unable to remain one at a time. See? Whenever we talk to ourselves, others are not hearing, we are talking to ourselves. Observe next time when you talk. We raise a question, we answer the question. We raise a question, we answer the question. See, one example I'll tell you. I was going to some country and my friend, he was a citizen of that country. And it so happened through immigration, there was some passenger, he had a very hot discussion with the immigration officer and he used bad language and all that. So police came and he was bundled up and taken away and all noise and everything. The whole hall was tense. And my friend was with me, he held my hand. He was a citizen of that country. Swamiji, you have got everything with you, your papers are clear, passport is okay na? And your return ticket is there. And let us pray to the Lord. We should not go to that same immigration officer. He is already upset. He is going to, do something. Swami, I said, come on, relax. Relax. Don't become so frantic. But he could not. He was holding my hand so much, blood circulation stopped. Because he became somebody. Then I told him, look here. You relax. Don't try to solve the non-existing problems. What is a worry? Worry is an attempt to solve the non-existing problem. Because we became somebody. And when our turn came, we were directed toward the same immigration officer. And he was, Swamiji, come on, relax. I gave my passport without asking a single question. He put the stamp and go. Not one question. Now, who can help such a person? Friends, learn this. Don't go on solving the non-existing problems. And this can be done by our Mahamantra. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100%. See? When you are taking food, enjoy every bite. See? But while taking food, I think I am taking too much, I think my weight is putting on. Neither you are doing justice to the food, nor you are enjoying it. What kind of life it is? Because we have become somebody and that has become our habit. Such people are habitual worrying person. They can worry about something or the other non-stop. They can't relax. There was one old lady in somebody's house. I went to their house for tea, coffee or something. So they told me, Swamiji, tell our grandma, she is so worried, we don't know what to do with her. No, I am a grandfather, that man, my friend told me. I am a grandfather. And out of 3, 1 child is already married. He has children. So you can imagine that his mother, about 98, not out. And she is constantly worrying. Tell her, don't worry. People give us food, not free. They get the work done. So I went to the lady. I said, Mama, why do you worry so much about everything, everybody? You know what reply she gave me? This is the only thing I can do. If I don't do worry, then what do I do? Friends, stop worrying. Worries belong to someone who doesn't exist. That has become our second nature. Because we have become expert in worrying. Therefore, friends, being is effortlessness. Becoming is full of efforts. Being is our natural state. Becoming is unnatural. When we are natural, we are at peace with ourselves. When we are unnatural, we make ourselves into pieces. All these examples I am giving you to bring home what we are. See? When we were born, we were a child. Then we became teenager. Then we became middle-aged. Then we became old. And who is miserable? See, the child is not miserable because he doesn't think. Then a teenager is born. Then this teenager starts thinking, his worries increase. Then he is middle-aged, gets married, have kids. Then he becomes first a child, then a teenager, then he became a married person, then he became a mother or father, then he became a mother-in-law, father-in-law, and in this, on one man, so many things are superimposed, and out of one, so many are born. Where there are many, there is a noise. Where there is one, there is peace. Where there is one, there is happiness. Like in our deep sleep. We may be sleeping next to our wife, but that time we are no more husband, no more wife. We are, be attentive, those who do not get sleep, how disturbed and miserable they are. Ultimately, they want to sleep. Now, what is sleep? Sleep is a process which is consciously an attempt to revert back from the becoming to being. Observe this. I am not telling you to do anything, only observe. What is the process of sleep? Don't demonstrate. The process of sleep is, first of all, we discard all our possessions, all our achievements, all our failures, all our good memories, bad memories, everything we start discarding. Because with all of them, we had become somebody. All that condition because of which we have become so many, we discard. Then we come to home. After coming to home, we discard the ownership of the home, we go to the bed. And below the quilt, there ultimately what we do, the one who was discarding all that he is also discarded. Friends, till such time, this remains, I want to sleep, I want to sleep. We go on moving on the bed. First Shavasana, then on the left side, then on the right side, then Bhujangasana. And ultimately, this I who is discarded, then the sleep begins. And what do we get in sleep? Money, name, fame, recognition, achievement, failure? Nothing. In sleep, it is being. In waking, it is becoming. Bhagavad Gita says, wise men are sleeping to the relative world and they are awakened to being. And ignorant people are awakened to the relative world and they are sleeping to the divinity that they are. See, friends, therefore, wherever there are efforts, we are not normal. Why efforts are put? We want to prove something. And we do not know. What do we want to prove? And to whom? And who cares? See, friends, in being there are no efforts, in becoming there are efforts. See? In being you are with the divine. In becoming you are with the devil. To talk, efforts are required. To listen, efforts are required. Not to talk and not to hear, no efforts. But our problem is, we have trained our mind to constantly keep on talking. One of my hobbies, when I go around the world, on airports, normally I am alone. In South Africa, Arvindji comes with me. Otherwise, I am alone. And many say, Swamiji, we want to come with you. No, leave me alone. I like being alone. And that time what I learned from everybody is this. Suppose somebody is all alone. I don't get bored at all. I am relaxed. I am enjoying every moment. So in that joy, I am just watching here and there. So somebody doing this. What he is doing? Talking to himself. We raise a question and we answer the question. We raise a question, we answer a question. You have to become somebody to raise a question. You have to become somebody, you have to answer a question. Remain quiet. Therefore, first principle is established. Being is our natural state. Becoming is abnormal, unnatural state. See? By birth, we are human beings. Then, instead of remaining human beings, we are given a stamp, a labeling. Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Sikh, Jain, Buddha. See? And thereafter, instead of remaining or being a human being, we have become so many. And samsara begins. See, friends, in being, there is no effort. In becoming, there is nothing but efforts. Therefore, whenever we are struggling in life, instead of complaining and blaming others, go within and find out who is disturbed, who is miserable, who is hurt. Then we will come to know it is the husband who is disturbed, not the man. Recently, I told one of my experience somewhere that will give you a complete idea between being and becoming. I had some talks in Delhi in some school. After my talks were over, then I had to be dropped to my place. So the principal told, Swamiji, I am unable to come, I got some meetings here, but one of my teachers, she will drop you. I said, okay, doesn't matter. So I sat with her and we were going. And I do not know why did I talk, but I did talk. And what did I say? I said, Amma means mother. Amma, how is the Cold War at home? Was there a necessity to talk to? But I did. How is the Cold War at home? She immediately stopped the car. Swamiji, did he come and tell you something? I said, who? My husband? I said, I don't know even whether you are married or not married. For the first time I am meeting you. No, you know everything. I said, first of all, stop crying and become cool and then tell me. Then she told her story. Swamiji, we are staying under one roof, but we don't talk to each other. As if we are in some kind of public place under the same roof. So we look at each other but don't talk. And this is going on, and I'm fed up of my life. I said, what you have decided? To commit suicide or kill him? Swamiji, don't make fun. I said, there is no need. You are already funny. What should I do? I said, you get married and you ask me what you should do. And that to a man who is not married. No, Swamiji, you know everything. Please tell. I said, look here. You must be 40, 45 around. Oh God, Swamiji, you are so precise. I am 44 years. Very good. Your husband must be 4 or 5 years elder than you. Yes, he is 50. Very good. This is the age when this is the new honeymoon time. At the age of 40 plus, all the ladies and gents, they go through a tremendous change in their hormonal balance. They are unable to handle themselves. And then they become crazy, funny, start doubting, running away. Then I said, here now. You have kids? Yes, I got 2 sons. They are doing well. They are in the school. One is in high school, one is in college. They're very good. Do you know what happens? When you were not married, his all attention was to you and your attention was to him. Yes. Then you got children? Yes. Then you became mother. He became husband. Love was between the man and the woman. Now the woman has become a mother and a man has become a father. Now the mother is not interested in the father. The girl was interested in the boy. Now boy and girl have disappeared and mother and father are born. They have become mother, they have become father. As a result, you are unable to give any attention to him. He is feeling rejected and therefore he is behaving funny. Then what to do? I said, now listen, don't tell my name to him. All the husbands, after a particular age, they become crazy. They want too much of attention. Because now the girl has got her toys to play. Children are there, kitchen is there, washing, everything. She is busy. But this Mahatma, he has nothing to do, nowhere to go. And feeling totally lost. And he feels dejected. Then I said, now start playing fool with him. Now start playing. When he is going for work, go and talk. Hey, wait a minute. Put your hand in his pocket. Take out his handkerchief. Yesterday you took same today. No, don't take it. This is the fresh one, wash one, and there is a spray on that nice spray. Take it. So he will start looking, what happened to my wife? Nothing happened. Drama. See? Then next day he goes, not the same shirt every day. Don't you have a new one? I got a new for you. See how nice it looks on you. Slowly, that dumb fellow will start understanding he is required in the house. Earlier, he was unwanted furniture. And do this and see the change. After about 6 months or so, she called me, Swamiji, you are awesome. Everything is settled down. Now, what was the problem? Being and becoming. Earlier, man and woman, no problem. They became husband and wife. Okay, you remain husband and wife. No, they become parents. Then after becoming parents, first man and woman died. Then husband and father, mother, wife was born. They died. Parents were born. So you are constantly carrying the burden of becoming. Revert back to become. Revert back to being. How to do that? Karnataka. As if you are on the stage. Whatever role you have to play your role perfectly. But at the same time, remember, you have to withdraw. Don't carry the burden of the role on your head 24/7. There was a officer, he had a very bad fight with his wife just before going to work. He went to work. And his secretary, they had a very good rapport between them. So the secretary wrote a slip. Dear sir, my wife is not well, I had to take her to the doctor, therefore I will come after the lunch break. Immediately officer became very angry. Nothing happens to wife, don't go. Are you a universal husband or what? Because he was fighting with his wife at home, he came to the office, he did not leave the husband at home. He brought the husband with him in the office and became angry. This is how we become miserable in life. Just be at a given place, at a given time, whatever you are, be 100%. You are living in meditation. Like here I am sitting, I see all of you, and I see somebody, and I am reminded of my mother. Now I am seeing her, and I am reminded of my mother. What she must be doing now? She was not well also. The other day I got a call. Will I be able to talk to you? At this moment, I am only a speaker. And at this moment, you are only a sleeper. I am sorry. It takes no time, man. Now, if you want to recognize this being, what is to be done? See, it's not difficult. Only remain in awareness. That which doesn't require authentication is being. That which requires authentication is becoming. Like when I go to airport, so I have to authenticate myself that I am a legal traveler in your country. Show. So I take out my passport, show. Remove your glasses. Should I remove my head? No. So, authentication is required when I become somebody. Now, do I have to authenticate myself? I am. For my being, do I require to use my sense organs? Are you there, Swamiji? Let me check. No. Are you there? Let me smell. I think I am there a little bit. No. What is our being? Where sense organs are not operating. Meaning, being is that experience where all our faculties are important. Therefore, now try this experience which does not involve sound, touch, form and color, taste and smell. This is being. Now, you are interested in colors and forms. So, you will use eyes. The moment we use eyes, we have become seer. We start hearing, we have become hearer. We smell, we become smeller. So what is to be done? Close all faculties? No. See, but don't become a seer. How do we become a seer? By comments. She is beautiful, she is tall, she is not good. Comments. Meaning, let there be any experience, but let an experiencer be not born. This is being. But what normally happens, if there is a misery, a miserable person is born. Hey, why are you looking like that? Did anybody say anything to you? What is there who talks to me? Did somebody insulted you? They did not kill me, that is the only bit. See? These three agencies we have to suspend in being. And this is what we do, but we do not know. When we sleep, all our faculties, 5 sense organs are closed. Then our mind is closed, no likes and dislikes. Our I factor, intellect, is dissolved. And in deep sleep, we can never experience our absence. Therefore, now we give you one small homework to be done here for next 1 or 2 minutes. Work on it and find out the answer to yourself when we will discuss. The question is, every one of us must have said sometime or the other, I had good sleep, but in between there were bad dreams. Who makes this statement? We all have made this statement sometime. Who makes this statement? See, friends, this statement cannot be made by the waker because he was not in the dream. He was not in the sleep. This statement cannot be made by the dreamer. He was not in the deep sleep. This statement cannot also be made by the deep sleeper. If he is sleeping, who will say, I had a deep sleep? He must be awake. Then only he can say, I had a good sleep. So sleep was there, but he was not sleeping. Think, friends. Therefore, who makes this statement? The one who is playing the role of a waker in the waking state without becoming a waker. The one who is playing the role of a dreamer in the dream state without becoming a dreamer. And the one who is playing the role of a deep sleeper without going to sleep. He alone can talk about all the three states. He who is present in waking without becoming a waker, in dream without becoming a dreamer, and in deep sleep without going to sleep. That is being. Becoming is subject to change. Being is not subject to change. And therefore, this experience cannot be repeated only once. You cannot repeat the infinite. Gita says, Stitva syam antakalepi brahma nirvanam richati. We have to discover this being that we are only once in a lifetime. Anytime. It cannot be forgotten because it is not experienced through mind. It is not subject to confusion and doubt because it is not understood through the intellect. Being is without attributes, without likes and dislikes, without knowledge and ignorance, and without being and becoming. See, friends, now to recognize this statement, again, work on your own experiences. Seeing without becoming a seer. How it is? Seeing is happening. If the seer is born, then somebody is good, somebody is bad, somebody understands, somebody doesn't understand, somebody is attentive, somebody is not attentive. All these things will start happening. If only seeing is happening, no comments, then our mind will be like a mirror. Friends, pure vision has no color and no form, but illuminates every color and every form. Pure mind has no like and no dislike. See? Pure intellect has no conceptual limitation. And what is the truth? It has no attributes, no sense organs are operating. No likes and dislikes, no mind is operating. It is not a concept that I am divine, it is the truth. Concepts are subject to modification. Truth is not subject to modification. Therefore, that experience which does not involve operation of sense organs, mind and intellect is just being. In being, there are no efforts and no failures and no success. In becoming, there are efforts, there is success, there is a failure. Therefore, Bhagavan Krishna tells in Gita, what is the real meaning of yoga? Not twisting the mind, twisting the body, but straightening the mind. He says, Tam vidya dukkha sanyoga vyogam yoga sanjitam. What is the meaning of yoga? Yoga is when miseries come in our life, we refuse to be miserable. That is yoga. Now for that, you don't have to go to any studio. Homemade miseries. See, like many people have got that funny thing, Swamiji, these pickles, homemade. That means now you have to tell they are good. Actually, in the market, whatever things you get, they have to be good. Otherwise, they will not be sold. And at home, you have to tell it is good. Otherwise, you won't get again. These are the practical tips of living happily. See, friends. Therefore, tam vidya dukkha sanyoga viyogam yoga sannitam. Twisting the body is not yoga. See. Then, dukkha sanyoga. When miseries come in our life, we refuse to be miserable. Then ability to refuse to be miserable is yoga. My friends, we all become miserable by choice. If you refuse to be miserable, even God will fail. But we have this funny notion, see, I am so miserable. You have chosen. Don't choose. Like, earlier days, they used to give the immigration form. And on that there will be so many questions. And you have to reply all the questions yes and no. No other thing. Yes, no, whatever you write. In the same manner, when we were entering this world, God gave us a form, immigration form. And it was written, welcome to the most miserable abode called the world. And the question asked, do you want to be miserable? Options are given yes and no. Those who tick mark yes, God say, may it be so, and continue to be miserable. And those who have refused to be miserable, He will fail. Make him miserable. That is yoga. Because being is bliss. Becoming is blisters. Why blisters happen? When new shoe and your foot go on rubbing, blister happens because there are two of them. In becoming, you break the unity and get divided into two, and suffering begins. Therefore, friends, being is an experience where sense organs, mind and intellect do not operate. But we operate through them without the influence of any one of them. So we see through the eyes but don't become the seer. We hear through the ears, we don't become the hearer. We smell through the nose, we don't become the smeller. Means what? We have no comment to offer on any experience of our life. If we have to say, how are you? Don't start your story. Come on, sit down. I'll tell you. He will run away. Don't take a revenge. See? Therefore, if somebody asks you, how are you? You should fire. I am on the top of the world. We are here to celebrate life. God did not create this world out of frustration. Upanishad says, Anandadheva kalbimani bhutani jayante. We are all the expressions of bliss, not blisters. See, slowly and steadily we will learn this. What it is like being. No sense organs are involved, no mind is involved, no intellect is involved. When sense organs are not involved, no attributes. When mind is not involved, no likes and dislikes. When intellect is not involved, it is not a concept. Whether I am or I am not is not a concept. I am handsome or not handsome is a concept. I am educated or uneducated is a concept. I am rich or poor is a concept. But I am is not a concept. So that experience, which does not involve operation of sense organs, operation of the mind, and operation of the intellect, is being. This is the foundation. On this foundation, then play the game of life. See? How do we play the game of life? Neither to win, nor to get defeated. Playing the game of life, I can tell you an example. Many places I had to go for taking food in people's home. You know my spiritual practice? 365 multiplied by 3, in so many houses I take food in a year. You can imagine what goes here. Even the stomach gets confused. What is coming? See? Now, every time you go, do you think the food is available? Swamiji, excuse me, you will have to wait for some time. And I have no choice. I am a choiceless existence. It's okay. And then they have got a child, useless fellow. He will eat my head. Swamiji will play this, play that. I say, I don't know this thing. No, but daily insist because I had to take food, I had to accept. And he is the expert and I don't know anything. Then I also start cheating him. Ask, hey, what is that? When he looked at it, I take it, put it in. 2 or 3 times I do, 4th time he catches me. And then he cries, Mummy, Swamiji is a cheat. I said, you all understood very late. Anyway, now I will not do it. Again we start. And then his mother tells, Swamiji, food is ready. I say, hey, come on, let's go. Enough playing. But for the child, no, I am winning. Now you can't leave. For him, victory and defeat was an issue. For me, it was a time pass. Therefore, life is a time pass. Where you never win nor lose in life is being. Discover this. You must have seen these various matches, whether it is cricket or it is tennis. When they get a perfect shot in tennis, watch those players. And when they lose something, they break the worse than animals. I. See, friends, when we be attentive, when we are, although operating through the sense organs, mind and intellect, yet we are not influenced by the limitations of them, then we are in a state of being. Therefore, dukkheshu anudvignamanaha, when miseries come, one doesn't become miserable. When comforts come, one doesn't become addicted to the comforts. But one is at home, wherever, whenever, whatever is there, you are at home. See, my friends, this is being. In being, there is neither victory nor defeat. See? When we thus start understanding the real meaning of our life, we are always at peace with ourselves. And a person who is at peace with himself or herself is at peace with the whole world. Presently, we have got a myopic vision. You know, the doctors, they operate on myopia. We also operate on myopia. But their Maya is different, our Maya is different. They try to correct the vision by giving a proper lens so that the focal length can be adjusted. In the same manner, we in the satsang do the same thing. Remove this myopia, change the focal length. And when you change the focal length, you are able to see the beauty behind ugliness. See what happens to us? Imagine this backdrop is a picture, size 40 feet by 20 feet, huge picture. And you stand 2 inches away from the picture and try to see the picture. Or other extreme, you go 5 miles away. From there, try to see that picture. In both the cases, you will fail. When you are too close to any picture, only ugliness will be seen. If you go far away, you can never see what exactly it is. Then what is to be done? Keep an optimum distance. Arrange your focal length. In every experience, look at the experience with the optimum focal length. You will have nothing but beauty in this world. The ability to see the beauty in this world is living in present, is being. It is for this purpose only one thing: correct the thinking process. Everything is perfect. Correct the thinking process. How to correct the thinking process we'll take in our second talk. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.